Lameness is another condition that can be prevalent, especially during and after prolonged wet conditions.
Having had a wet winter, we have seen fairly high incidence of lameness through that period because the bacteria that invade the foot are normal occupants on the pen surface, and they live in faeces and so on. As soon as you get any sort of damage to the tissues of the foot, it gives those bacteria access and you start seeing problems with foot abscessation, foot rot. One thing we find is that there's often a lag between muddy pen conditions and the development of a big spike in foot rot incidence, because as the mud dries out, it tends to abrade the surfaces between the toes, and so whilst the pens might look to be considerably improved, you'll find 2 or 3 weeks later you start seeing a lot of lameness cases. Now, clinical cases need to be pulled and treated where there's any sign of swelling. If there's no swelling, we observe those cattle to make sure they don't get any worse, because some of them are just straightforward injuries. Swollen cases we treat, and we have a trigger economically where if we exceed a given daily incidence of lameness in a pen of 5% on 2 consecutive days, it's considerably more financially attractive to actually medicate the feed in that pen for a 5-day course with oxytetracycline, because cattle that are lame still eat. Unlike respiratory disease, where cattle that become sick with respiratory disease stop eating, so in-feed medications don't work.